Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
Sam.
Today we're doing another versus, this time between Jack Daniels and Jim Beam.
Alright, so we finished the Jack. Not because we drank a lot of Jack.
Is that a good sign?
Kind of the opposite. It's because we've had this one bottle for so long. But yeah, so Jack on the left, Jim Beam on the right. We know that they don't taste similar. That's like the kind of the point. Like, it's not like a blind tasting. It's just like battle of like the two biggest brands when it comes to bourbon, or at least here in Australia. I'm pretty sure everywhere else as well. Jack, bourbon, Tennessee whiskey, and Jim Beam. But yeah, battle between these two. The
budgets.
big boys, both budget. But yeah.
Probably the most sold whiskies.
Yeah.
Apart from Johnny Walker.
Well, if we're talking like American
whiskey
stuff,
would be these.
It's going to be weird because the last two we did, the Ardbeg 10 versus Laphroaig 10, we love both of them.
Yeah.
These two,
I mean, they do their job in the market.
we were very much into Jack back when we were younger. It was like,
That's why I don't
when
like
everyone
it now.
me too. It
When I
triggers a gag
I hold
reflex.
this bottle.
Me too. I hear
and I
the
feel sick.
I see it, and it triggers some deep-seated trauma related to too much of that.
necking a litre bottle.
Yeah.
And, ugh.
Jim Beam, though, I just kind of find it boring.
Never really got into Jim Beam.
No. Well, meh. What pricing-wise, though? I think Jim's a bit cheaper.
Jim's cheaper, especially
Not by
here, 'cause
much,
it's 37%.
Oh,
It's not even
that is
40%.
another thing. That's probably why we definitely never liked it. It's 37% here.
Yeah.
What the hell? You want to know what else isn't bourbon? People who say Jack Daniels isn't bourbon? Jim Beam, that's
actually
37%. That's also not bourbon. So, tell you what, I'd not that. Oh, we get comments saying, "Oh, Jack Daniels isn't bourbon."
That's not
Neither
bourbon.
is this. Even the bourbon we get is
Here
not
it's not
bourbon. So,
Anyway,
we're just grasping at straws here, trying to find a goddamn bourbon.
Jack Daniels is very bright and sugarcane almost.
Yeah, sugarcane is
Corn,
definitely one I'd say.
sugarcane.
Yeah. This is a bit more like I don't know, a bit more dry. I get like trail mix, like toasted almonds and stuff, like almond flour, almond meal or whatever. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like almonds, but maybe not like toasted or anything like that. It's like it tastes like, it smells really like raw almonds and stuff. A bunch of like nice wood bitters. Would like a little bit more caramelization and stuff in there. It's missing a bit of that, but it's got like the spice side of things. It's got the dry side of things, the wood impact.
I don't know if it's because it's a cold night and the flavours are hiding themselves, but
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not getting much. Like that wood impact is not all that intense in Jack by itself.
Yeah,
But normally I do get a bit of banana, is what I like to reference to that.
definitely. Yeah, we always used to get banana for
Yeah,
that.
I'm not getting it that much.
And like, is it treacle? Like this super sweet, kind of
Yeah, I think
sickly
so.
sweet fruitiness. Oh, it's got more lolly candy fruit off that, like
lolly bananas?
Yeah, like runts.
Yeah.
Like I used to get runts
Or
off
just
that.
the sugar banana, the actual sugar
Yeah,
banana
like
things.
the musky kind
Yeah.
of one. Yeah. This is more dry, a bit more like typical, I guess, but it's, I don't know, it's missing that like nice kind of sweet, fruity.
More herbal.
Yeah, it's more dry herbal.
Yeah.
It needs like, I prefer like a bourbon with like a big cherry kick, stuff like that. But I think it must have a decent rye portion in the mash bill. It's quite dry. God damn, it tastes 37%. I don't care, it's 3%.
So we've now swapped.
This smells way better to me. it's just so bland and watery. It's just dry, kind of wood water. I don't know.
To me, this smells more interesting.
This smells
that's just
so
sweet.
much fruitier though. Like, that smells more traditional, but like, it's as if it was a nice traditional bourbon, but is
Watered
80% water.
I mean, it is a little bit watered down.
Yeah. Whereas this, it actually has like a nice, like kind of really caramelized kind of, I don't know, it smells like it's a oak barrel that's been like alligator skin charred, like full on, like burnt the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And then
Is
had
it
like,
10? Is that the highest one? Highest
maybe,
char
yeah.
rating?
There's like toasting levels, char
Yeah.
levels and stuff. I think 10 is probably the highest. But yeah, it smells like that, but with like a bunch of like golden syrup and maple syrup and some fruits and
Jim
stuff.
definitely has a better barrel spice on it, even at 37%.
Spice wise, yeah, it's
Yeah.
got more of those dry herbal notes. This has got more like nice caramelized fruity sweet notes, which I'm more partial to. It's even got that for me right now, which I've never gotten from before, that kind of weird Balcones-y caramelized rubbery note. I've never gotten that.
I've never got that off it.
I've never before.
I don't know if it's the 37%, but Jim Beam is just so bland to me. Especially on the palate.
The nose is way more interesting. The palate, it deadens out. It's a
Yeah.
bit more flat.
What, the Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still prefer it. Even with the past trauma of drinking too much when we were younger, I still prefer it. It's just so dry and
doesn't taste
watery.
like anything.
It just doesn't, it's just too bland. Like at least, especially like when you're going to be looking at these two, you're not just looking at them neat, you're especially not
Mixing.
looking at them neat. You're
Yeah.
looking at them for primarily like
Mixing
Coke.
purposes, yeah.
I think the Jack stands up way better. It's got more of a unique flavor that is there when you drink it. It's like becomes its own drink.
Yeah. Especially just for bourbon and Coke drinkers.
Yeah.
Not so much whiskey drinkers.
Yeah.
The sweetness on that provides no challenge.
No.
And like you said,
It has like a flavor that contributes.
combine
This
it,
would
yeah.
just disappear and kind of make it a little bit weird.
it might even have that woodiness in it, which will
Yeah, I
make
feel
the
like it would
Coke-
just kind of
Yeah.
make Coke taste weird. We have done that though, haven't we? We've done an
done a
episode
bourbon and Coke.
ages ago. But yeah, I think from memory though, Jack ended up high-ish on the list
Yeah.
when we blind tasted it with Coke because it was
'Cause they
just
pair.
a better pairing, like compared to the Jim Beam.
All right, what would you say is, what would you prefer? out of
Jack.
these? Jack. So
Yeah.
would I think it's pretty simple. I don't know if we were in America and these were both the correct proof.
I'd like to taste.
I don't know how we would sit, but in Australia, Jack just
Go back to this now.
Definitely.
Smell it and taste it. It's much better. It's more flavorful.
now I'm getting that rubbery note.
Right? Yeah. After smelling this, because this is so dry and like weird.
Yeah.
This is even more so. It's just so. It's weird. It's like a ton of almonds, but like
Oh yeah.
it's just more flavorful. Yeah, it's just more flavorful overall. I reckon.
Yeah. Fruity, spicy, bit of wood impact,
Sweetness.
sweetness.
Yeah, caramelization stuff. This is too dry, it's too unbalanced, and at 37%, it's way too weak. It's way too watered down. But yeah, so look, let us know what you think between these two. What one do you normally prefer, be it neat or with a mixer?
I want to know the Americans.
Yeah, it's especially the Americans. I'd like to know because I think they both taste quite different over here compared to there. But yeah, let us know maybe some new ideas as well for the Versus series. We've got a couple of ones we're thinking of, but ideas are always welcome. Alrighty, if you like this episode of Everything Whiskey, leave us a like. If you want to see future episodes from us, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do, see you next one.
Cheers.